Hello guys, it's One Piece Day again. Welcome to my channel, and let's talk about One Piece manga chapter 1070, The Most Powerful Beings. In the previous chapter, Lucci unleashes his Devil Fruit Awakening, while Luffy brings out his Gear 5. Seeing Luffy's peculiar form, Dr. Vegapunk tells the Straw Hat how Luffy's Devil Fruit isn't the Gum Fruit but the legendary human fruit, model, Nika. Dr. Vegapunk theorizes that the Devil Fruits are born out of hope. These mythical, power-granting fruits are the manifestations of certain people's dreams. Sentomaru also arrives at the scene since Shaka asked him to ward off the Cypher Pole agents. He immediately attacks Sentomaru, thinking that doing so will allow them to regain command over the Seraphims. But before anything else, please click the bell, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, AnimeJack. Thank you. The title of One Piece chapter 1070 is Most Powerful Being, and the cover page of the chapter features the 5 mad scientists including Vegapunk, Queen, Caesar, Judge, and an unknown woman. The mads are holding a gun also. Seeing what happened to Sentomaru, Luffy rushes to the Navy officer. He apologizes to Sentomaru for distracting him, though the latter quickly dismisses Luffy's claim. Lucci also takes notice of Sentomaru's status. And so, the CP0 agent once again launches an attack. This time, however, Luffy isn't just going to watch. The pirate hits Lucci with his Dawn Whip before the latter can reach Sentomaru. Jimmy I and Chopper then take that opportunity to retrieve Atlas and run. They also make sure to inform Luffy about their priorities, since the satellite will likely not make it if no immediate repair is provided. Meanwhile, the Seraphim Hawk and Seraphim Shark are also letting loose. They are engaging the Cypher Pole agents, earning Keku and Stussy's acknowledgement, telling that they can't destroy it. In the other hand, Frankie notices Seraphim Jinbei's use of Senior Pink's Devil Fruit powers. He goes on to tell how they are brothers born from different mothers and weeps about the possibility of his death. However, Dr. Vegapunk wipes away his worries. The scientist confirms Senior Pink's survival, though he is imprisoned in Impel Down. The genius inventor then reveals that he has managed to duplicate Senior Pink's Devil Fruit ability. He also clarifies that only Zoan Devil Fruits can be recreated, though it is still uncertain whether the artificially made Devil Fruits also possess the power of awakening. Dr. Vegapunk further explains that Logia types are still too difficult to reproduce. And while Promethea types can't be artificially made, their powers can be transmitted to others through the original user's bloodline elements. Dr. Vegapunk uses that discovery to create a new type of blood, which is what's powering the Seraphims. The scientist then boasts about how the Seraphims are the highest echelon of science and the strongest form of humanity. That's also when the Straw Hats realized why the world government has disbanded the 7 Warlords system. At the same time, Luffy and Lucci's fight is also coming to an end. Lucci tried to attack Sentomaru once more. Luffy begins unleashing his comical attacks that makes his head huge to block Lucci's attack. Luffy tried to bite Lucci together with floorings, but Lucci escapes with his fast movement. Luffy then spit the gravels and rocks he chomps to Lucci that makes it like a projectiles. Lucci tried to block and punch the projectiles. Then Luffy make himself to be catapulted directly to Lucci. This attack calls it booming white rocket, which directly hit Lucci's body and imposes a direct hit. Then eventually send the CP0 agents fly away using Luffy's attack insane power. They then take that opportunity to run. With the help of Seraphim Hancock, this is seeming new to Jinbei because of being kind version of Seraphim Hancock. The group goes into the vacuum rocket and launches themselves into the labo phase. Sentomaru also takes this opportunity to officially leave Dr. Vegapunk in the Straw Hat Pirate's care. While in the vacuum rocket, Bonnie woke up and didn't know where she is, then seeing the exhausted Luffy. They only take 32 seconds to travel using the vacuum rocket, which is also seen Luffy's exhausted face. The moment Luffy and the gang arrive in labo phase, the entire place locks down. It has cancelled all trips to and from Fabria phase and has also tightened its security. Back in Fabria phase, the Cypher Pole Zero members are mocking the fallen Sentomaru. They are telling him to be proud, since he is able to accomplish his duty of being Dr. Vegapunk's bodyguard. After that, they start to discuss their next plan of action. Their official order tells them to stay put and wait for the Navy, but by doing so, they are granting the Straw Hats time to escape the island. Back at the lab, the Straw Hats continue their inquiries. Usopp asks the genius inventor why the world government is after him. After all, he remains to be the man with the greatest brain in the world. Dr. Vegapunk uses that same logic to answer Usopp's question, asking him what the best course of action would be if that same genius decides to jump ship. That is also why Dr. Vegapunk sees the Straw Hats' arrival to be a blessing, since they easily become his ride out of Egghead. Hearing that, the Straw Hats have mixed responses. Frankie is elated to have his idol on board. He is very excited to show General Frankie to the genius inventor. Meanwhile, Nami and Sanji are more irked than happy. The Straw Hats aren't the only ones who reacted to Dr. Vegapunk's declaration. Since she has woken up, Jewelry Bonnie wants to settle her score with Dr. Vegapunk. She blames Dr. Vegapunk, so she is now aiming to kill the poor scientist. Back in Fabria phase, CP0 has regained command over the Seraphim. Lucci orders the agents to not let even a single ant leave the island. Kizaru also arrives. The Admiral receives word of Dr. Vegapunk and Luffy's alliance, so he commands every battleship to go to Egghead. Certainly, he isn't going to let Straw Hat pirates leave Egghead that easily. That's all for today, Animaniacs. Thanks for watching. See you again next time for another One Piece episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for weekly updates.